All right. I think I'll always the recorded now because I'm close to where the internet is the fastest and cheapest. So, okay, let's go ahead and begin. Congratulations, Lilis, for Saturday. I think that was really well done. I put down as one of my achievements. I think more people feel confident about their projects now. And I think that was a really good. If nothing else, it was really good at building confidence around being able to do this project. So you might know Tendi and I are doing the follow up right now.
Mm.
So we are essentially sending out a message to all the owners to look on a blog, which will post on our
Okay.
website, right?
Yeah.
So
So
that's
this morning, the staff of Taman Kutu asking me about the update. So I just, for the brief explanation, I just send the what is that? The slides actually.
excellent. Okay, perfect, perfect. Thank you for following up with that. The video is also up now too, Lilith. So I'll share the link to that. Actually, on wait, of course, we need to share it on the community paper, right, where it belongs. So I'll share the video link on the paper, and that way we can centralize all the goodness. Okay, I recall. I think Vidi likes to do his Mondays sort of without meetings, so we'll go ahead and account for that. Let's go ahead and get started here, Lewis. So the first thing I'm going to do is let's take a look at the meeting structure. And today Vidi's supposed to be chairing, so he's not here. Shame, shame, shame. Okay, so since Vidi,
Sorry, sir. Maybe I wanna ask first. Why VD is I mean absenting on Monday?
I'm not sure. Last Monday he said that he was going to like use Monday as like a no meeting day to sort of focus on his work, but I'm not sure what the reason is this week. Have you spoken with him recently?
Not yet. Actually, he's online today, but
Oh,
I mean, maybe my concern is if he want to do a meeting on Monday, just like move the meeting. I mean, uh, we need to discuss, right? So
yeah, yeah. I think we should. Okay, I'll ping Vidi really quick right now just to see where he's at. Or actually, no, Lewis, I'll have you do that. Yeah, that way you guys can be.
let me, sir.
Okay, so since Vidi isn't here, I will have to be the chair, I guess, because I'm next in line. So I'll take over the control of the board, and let's talk about a few things. So okay. Oh, interesting. All right, we have some projects on Vidi's side. Let's take a look at Vidi's cards right now.
Yep.
So I'm looking at RMB 9, B.9, and this is regional market share Tableau visualization. Okay, nice. Wow, that guy didn't have to wait. I like how that was. So
Yeah.
that was a question that Pakaday asked, and Vidi went right to it and answered that. I think that's great. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to actually. Oh, whoops. Okay, all right. He put the property. I'm going to go ahead and copy that, and I'll ask Tendi to share that with Pakaday if he wants, right?
Hmm.
So that way, Pakaday can actually see what's going on. But that's very helpful as a question. Tendi, please send this image to Pak Day, actually, and I will send that over here. I'll send it through WhatsApp, but I'll also tag Tendi on the card so that Tendi is also involved in this conversation as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to Vidi's card. So that's good. Thank you very much, Vidi, for that introduction. And I will ask Tendi. Oh, Tendi's not available. Oh, Tendi, here he is. Tendi, please I've sent this graphic to you on WhatsApp, and would you please send forward to Park Day at Kampung Jimpa? It's related to the question he asked he's related to the question he asked at the webinar on Saturday. Okay, great. Fantastic. Great. Okay, so that's already noticed. Okay, inspired by question from the town hall meeting participant. Nice. Okay, very good. So there it is. Okay, so next one is RMZ.0. RMZ.0 is by Flow Stitch. Hey, welcome in, Bayu. Come on into the revenue management sync up. So, Lilis, just as a heads up, Bayu will be joining us this week to our sync ups to think about how to integrate the product development into where things are going on. I thought it would be a good idea for Bayu to get kind of like into and sync and see what's going on in each of the chapters. So, welcome, Bayu. All right, the next one, RMZ.0, is Flow Stitch, Director of Partnerships at AirDNA. So Vidi just picked up on this one. Let's see which initiative is this. Oh, okay, this is Vidi's part of professional networking. So he has, okay, right. So this is interesting. This Flow gentleman has come from AirDNA to ask if we would trade a piece of data for a return of our own data. So he's gonna give us some data, and then we're gonna give him some data. So Vidi just got started from that. He's saying that essentially there's no reply from Stitch yet, but I'm not sure what the. Okay, great. What I'll tell Vidi is Vidi, okay, proceed and see if you get a response back. I'd like to know. I'm writing on the card. I'd like to know what exactly you will trade for our data. Okay, so that's essentially that. I'm also going to suggest to Vidi to pivot to network with laid off Airbnb data scientists. And Lilis, you can try this too. You can use. Do you have access to my LinkedIn, Lilis?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think what you can do is I'll show you in a demo what you guys can do soon. It's really easy, and you can get your teeth into the whole data science part, laid off data scientist. So with Lilis, okay, that can be an initiative this week. So I'm just going to stop the meeting for a quick demo. So Lilis, what I've noticed is this: if you take a look at this new chart. So what Airbnb did that was really nice is that they have created essentially what Airbnb's done is that they've created an index, searchable database. They've created a database of people who've been laid off, right? And what you can do is you can go to this database and you can select software development, and this goes out to Bayu too as well. Bayu, you can try doing this too as well. So you can go to any of the layers here. You can go to here data science for Vidi and Lilis, and here are all a bunch of data scientists that are available. So what you can do is you can go on LinkedIn, and then you can go to connect with them and say, essentially this, right? You can say, because this is my tagline, right? You can say, "Hi, Jimmy. It's Jane. I'm an Airbnb alum from 2014. I saw you were working on DS at Airbnb. I'd love to connect and have a conversation about all kinds of stuff, right? Pricing, prediction, models, and revenue forecasting for Airbnb listings. I'm a large host here in Southeast Asia with over 100 plus properties." Okay, like that, right? So you can just kind of go out there and tag up all this stuff, and then Alu and Cynthia will look for the responses, and they'll let us know when we get a response back from those, right? So we can keep on driving that. And Bayu, on your side, I think you can do also is you can do for engineering, and you can find some pretty kick-ass people who have designed software for Airbnb on all kinds of, and they laid off a lot of engineers, if you see, right? So there's probably a few that will be willing to talk to us. So anyway, all these technologies that we've always fantasized about, all these ideas, all these skills and competencies are very, very available in the next few months as these people are going to be kind of looking out for a job search. Now, the faster you work on this, the better, because these people are pretty valuable and some other companies might already be talking with them and hooking them up. And as soon as they start work, then they'll be less available for conversations with us. So I think right now is a really good time to just really work on that professional networking and seek opportunities to speak with these people. All right, so that's a summary on that part. Let's go back up to the meeting again. So we will continue. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit lazy, so I won't go back to the other side. I'll just do this. So next one is on VidiStack is to reserve. Right. This was that discussion that we had about how much 6-month revenue we have ahead. And I think this has been done already. Okay, so that one's finished. And then Vidi's working on this revenue prediction model for the company. That's pretty far-fetched. All right, no updates I see on that one. Let's go to Lilis. Lilis, tell us what's on your plate.
Okay, so for this one, sir, actually, I've discussed with Ara and also Gani, actually. First, you talk about this belongs to HR mission, but since I've discussed it with Ara, I think this more to branding, actually. Why? Because maybe you see that this belong to HR mission is because of the audience, perhaps. But um, seeing of the potential, what is that? The potential reward that we can give. Firstly, is the internship opportunity and also a talk with you, right?
Yeah.
But from our side, we cannot like directly accept people without selecting them because of the priority.
Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. So that's a discussion around priorities. All right. So branding itself, Lois, is never an end goal, right? Branding itself helps another goal. So branding, let's say, is helping us so that when we try to recruit people, we'll have a easier time. So that's kind of like related to this idea. I think branding supports an HR mission too, right? So the ultimate reason to do this is not so that we get more brand out. It's kind of like this, Lilis. When we have an event, right? The event has branding, but is that the
Yep.
end purpose of the event? No, it's to build community, right? The end purpose is to build community, and as we do it, yes, there's going to be a lot of branding opportunities, such as the slides, such as the invitations, such as all these things that happen in the journey to do the event. But the branding isn't the end goal. So when we have, let's say, a article photo competition, it needs to have an end goal. What mission does it support? What are you really trying to do with this? So branding. Remember, brand from blah, blah, blah. Content right now doesn't have a mission, right? Content supports every mission. Marketing has a mission. Marketing has a mission, but content itself doesn't really have a mission. Content itself is just to create things that are useful for branding, that are useful for hospitality, that are useful for whatever. But content itself is like a little workshop that makes things. But then the question is, what are we going to take these things that content makes and give it purpose? Now, HR has a purpose with this, perhaps, but it will be also helped by content. Marketing has a mission. Marketing's mission is to acquire properties and to find out what properties we want to acquire. So back again, this is actually, I do believe this is in the end an HR mission, meaning that if it succeeds or it fails, it's up to HR to come up with, okay, what's the next idea on this one? But okay, this one I think is still kind of distant. Oh, by the way, this is why it connects with HR even more. I need to talk to Ara about this. Perhaps you, me, and Ara should have to talk about this. Right now, we're getting some traction with ETB, with I think computer science at UI and also ETB for the business school. So this could be actually something good. If we have already the administration's blessing, then we can do something to maybe a business plan competition, right? Or whatever else
Mm.
could be interesting. A
Yes.
business plan competition would be interesting because it would then self-select, right? You'd be able to see the people who can think of the business in the correct way. So in this particular thing, I would say I'm gonna write on this card again that I believe this is part of HR's long-term initiative um, because it fits the HR mission, fits the HR mission. Um, but it will need content support and branding. Okay. All right. So on this one, Lilis, I think this is a far-fetched idea. I don't know if this should be your first priority since it's not directly related to revenue. But okay, interesting idea. Next one. Okay, new market building workflow. All right, this is key. Lilis, tell us an update on this.
Actually, I haven't contact Mas Bayu. I mean, I plan to
Sure.
contact
Okay.
to talk about Mas Bayu
Okay.
tomorrow.
That's
Actually,
perfect. Okay, Bayu, Lilis has asked if you would be able to speak with her about this idea, and I think this is a good discussion topic. What I've asked Liz to do is, in addition to sharing Google Calendar invite to you, is to essentially look at what you see as the logical steps that you would envision the new owner onboarding, and then we need to, and maybe the old steps too. Maybe we take a look at the old steps, and then we look at where the problems are. Where did we get the most friction, and why Bayou thinks it's the most friction? And then also ask Liz to go to talk to Wayana and see what the steps are and where the frictions on that were. The idea being that in the future we can build something with less friction from, let's say, a logical layout, but also where there's easier user adoption, I think. And I think it needs to be a user experience discussion around how much we plan to, let's say, help the owner in terms of what information that is necessary to have a human touch to fill out, and what of that can we expect the owner will be, what should be in the sandbox for self-sufficiency, and what should be in the sandbox for for service, for Bukit Vista service. Okay, great. I think that's a good initiative, Lilis, and we'll let you continue working on that now with Buddy. All right. Looks like Lilis, there's kind of an open space now. Now that you finished your last project for new initiatives, so we can, I think, maybe go into a discussion about that. Let's go to Bayou right now. Bayou, any comments or questions on what you're hearing so far?
No questions so far.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and just change the meeting structure for tomorrow. Since I've led already, the next meeting will be either Vidi, I guess if he comes to the Wednesday meeting, or actually it'll be you, Lilis. Yeah. Okay. So if you lose, oh my God, I'm still recording. Jeez. Okay. All right. Fine. I'm recording for my vlog, Bite, right? I'm making like a vlog about what I'm doing every day and just practice vlogging. Maybe it'll become my new habit, get a channel of people to watch me. But okay, Lilis will be the next chair, and oh wait, Lilis and Vidi will be your secretary now. So that part is done. Okay, here's where I want to ask a question then. Since we have two smart people here, this is the breakout meeting. I want to actually find a way to move breakout meetings to Trello. Okay, so I wanted to include Bayou and Lilis in this discussion because it's something that I'd like to teach all the other chapters. So Bayou, how can we organize breakout meetings on Trello? Should we create a checklist, or what do you think the sort of best way to do it would be?
I'm not sure. I think you can just make a card and then you can set a due date and then you can activate the calendar sync so it will come to the calendar.
Oh, okay, interesting. All right, so we have basically meeting template cards, yeah.
Okay.
So then, oh God, that's too much, right? So we have to create a new card every time we schedule a meeting. So we'll have to say, okay, Lilis and Bayou plan to meet at 11 a.m.
Actually, no need for that.
Okay.
You can just give the title.
Okay. Due date.
Let me see. I think I use that. So yeah, so you can just make the title as the topics.
Okay.
No. Yeah, on the title.
Okay.
Ayusin ba yun?
No, I think the purpose should be on the thing. Wait. Okay.
Yeah, the title. What we are going to talk about.
Okay. So the purpose, the intended outcome is to have what? But to have a clarity on the steps for owner onboarding future. Okay. And then what we tag Bayu and Lilis.
Yeah.
Okay, Bayu and Lilis. Okay.
And then yeah, you have
And then when the outcome comes, then the outcome will come here, right?
yeah, and then the date. Yeah, the date is there, and then you can activate the sync.
How do I activate sync?
Click on calendar, the power ups calendar. No, you close this one. Then click on calendar.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then settings.
Okay, settings. Yep.
The setting icon.
Enable sync.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
Copy that. Copy the
Link. Okay. Yep.
link and then import to your calendar.
Import to my calendar.
Yeah.
Okay. Import to my calendar. Okay. How do I import to my calendar?
Yeah. The plus button.
Here.
No, the plus button. The other calendar plus button. Add calendar
Okay. Other calendar plus button.
from URL. From URL.
Okay.
And that's it.
And make the calendar publicly accessible. Whoops. Scheisse. Okay. And up. Okay.
Yeah, then you can just rename the Trello, the name like I don't know, revenue management Trello, something like that.
And this now is synced to everybody.
No, this is you.
Oh, I see. Okay. So I will see this on my calendar now.
Yeah.
Tomorrow. Oh, okay. What? Why did it put it at 4:00? Weird. Okay. Weird. What happened? Oh, because that's what Trello thinks, right? Okay.
No, you put 428 on Trello.
Oh, wow. Okay. Why did I do that? So this will be tomorrow at 11. Ah, interesting. And then everyone can do that, yeah?
Yeah.
All right. That's clean. That's very, very elegant. Okay, cool. So, ta-da. All right. That's the meeting schedule. That's the meeting management list, yeah? I like. Okay.
We don't need to have that list actually. We can just use any existing card, like the initiative card, for example, and then put a date, and then we know that there's a meeting. You just tag the person.
Yeah, even more elegant. Yes, I see. Okay. All right. Interesting. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's go to new market building workflow. We will add Bayu onto the workflow, and then we will add the next activity is Bayu and Lilis will meet to resolve to design the new owner onboarding flow. The result, what we're looking at, is essentially a timeline for the new owner onboarding. Yeah. Okay, great. And then I set that, and then I set the calendar date to tomorrow at 11 a.m. Okay, great. And okay, and after that, go to calendar.
You don't need to do that again. I think.
No, all done.
I think it's synced automatically.
Okay, then let's go check if it's synced. And I will reload my calendar. And I don't see it tomorrow yet. No.
Yeah, the iCals have some delays.
Okay. All right. So, okay, I still see the old meeting at 4. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's really elegant, actually, and that's just that. Okay, so whatever, it's just the job of the secretary to sort of point this out, right? So there should be maybe a tag for a meeting so that we see that there's supposed to be a sort of out of chapter meeting. Okay, and then it comes back with a result, and then that's it. Okay, and it's just on the timeline now. Good.
Yeah. Oh, what? When is that?
11 o'clock tomorrow. That's what Lilis has asked for.
Yeah, I've sent the invitation already, Mas. And you
Yeah,
accept.
that one I see that, but the new one, so I cannot. Yeah, so this calendar only you can see, I think. King.
Only I can see.
Yeah, because that's your calendar that sync to that board. So everyone need to sync to that board as well.
Okay, so I'll share the link to you then. Yeah.
No, I need to sync my calendar to that my board in my Trello.
Okay.
So everyone needs to do that if you want to make the calendar from the Trello.
Okay. So why don't we? Here's the link then, right?
I don't know if it's same for everyone or different.
Oh yeah. Okay. So I can't roll this out yet. Then if we don't know if it works for everyone, so I guess we're in a. Okay. So we're going to be in a development mode then. While we figure out how to schedule the new meetings, but once can I just ask Bayu, once you figure it out, just let me know, and then I'll start training everybody to the new method. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Cool. Let's see. What else do we have to talk about? I think that's it. Okay. Now, next part is generally where we go afterwards. So there is this idea of where is it? General resources are here. There's a revenue management idea board. No, that's not it. There's, where did it go? Let me put that over here. So DM, no, not this is DM, this is RM. Discussion management board. Let me go ahead and put that in this Trello card. Okay, that's revenue management roadmap, and then discussion management. Okay, so here we go on this management paper. Okay, we'll put it over here. What? Why does that do that weird thing? Oh, you need the parentheses. It's like code. You have to write software for this. What? Bitch? What's going on? What?
Maybe you put space on that.
Yeah, could be it. Yeah, no space. Let's see. Killer. I feel like I'm writing live session coding. Okay. And yeah, I lost the.
Yeah.
Grace. Okay. Nice. Okay, so this is where we go into the discussion, and let's take a look and ask ourselves the question. So let's ask, since we're all here, and this is a really good mix. We got Wayana here, Lilis here, Bayu here. Where are the survival opportunities at the moment? Okay, so Lilis, a few weeks ago, we took a look and we said that the survival stuff is sort of slowing down, right? It's time to get into Thrive now. So I guess right now you've got to pick a direction, right? Do you want to work on stuff for Survive, or do you want to work on stuff around Thrive? So, but let's just take a look. Let's kind of reanalyze now what we know and take a look at where the survival opportunities are. Lilis, where do you think survival opportunities are at the moment?
Um, Talking about survival, in my mind, it's mostly about how we can get revenue, right?
Yes.
So, uh, the first thing I would like to see is the trailer regarding the ongoing deals. I mean, how how many deals that we can convert, and what is the problem that we cannot convert the fail one.
Okay. What are the problems on unconverted deals? I think we kind of know already, right? Lilis, did that deal with Villa Arum ever happen?
Yes, actually, with Villa Arum, the guest already signed a contract and pay for the DP. But the check-in time is June because we still have guests until the beginning of June.
That's fantastic. That's great. So that confirms a Facebook deal can actually work, right?
Yes, it works, but I'm still waiting for June.
Well, at least
Yeah,
we can take their deposit if they don't show. So at least there's some revenue from that.
yeah,
All right.
yeah. It's, the down payment is about 5 million. So
Okay, great. Let's go to Bayu. Bayu, what do you think is the greatest survival opportunity at the moment?
Not sure.
Let's go to Wayana. What do you think is the biggest survival opportunity at the moment?
Um, I did research the other day. So Airbnb had like it's called online experience. So I was thinking to basically either approach like professional like restaurant, so they can be the host and then we do manage the booking, and then there is like a host like Balinese. Normally they're hosting a guest, but I saw there are a couple hosting like, hey, I'm cooking like a Balinese food, like
Okay.
like $5 a
Understood.
month
Understood.
per,
Understood.
per person or
Okay.
something like
On
that.
top of that, how much are these experiences worth right now? How much do people pay for these?
So I saw between 10 to like $25
Okay, $10 to $25.
per
Okay,
person.
and then how many people would you expect to come to each one of these things?
So each experience can up to like 20 per session.
Okay, up to 20 people per session.
2 to 20.
Okay, let's be generous. Let's say 10 people show up, right? So 10 people show up every day, and we get 10 times 20, so $200 of income total. Airbnb takes what? I think 20-30% of that.
That per session can be like in a day you can have 3 sessions.
Okay, let's say that this is really good. There's $600 worth of income coming in every day from everybody learning how to make satay lilit, right, or something. And from that, Airbnb takes what, 20-30%?
I didn't check how much.
Okay, how much can we possibly take on top of that? And then how much will we forward over to the owner of the experience? So we need to do that math, right?
Yeah.
I think you need to investigate the math to see if it's worthwhile. And maybe we can start with that, actually. What is worthwhile? What is a worthwhile survival opportunity? Now, I'm not gonna slam Wayana's idea, because what happened on Bukit Vista 3 was exactly the same thing. At the time, we were working on medium-term rentals, and these were very easy, and they essentially did, like we did the schoolwork, right? And then on the very, very small side, we did 5% of our business on Airbnb. So 5% of our business was on Airbnb. 95% of it was dealing with students. The 5% on Airbnb was almost negligible. It was almost like a joke, right?
Yeah, we feel like so like not worth it.
Not worth it.
We
But-
can just get like $5.
Yeah. Every guest we checked in, we got about $5. But with the students, every guest we checked in, we got like $2,000. So it was like, how do you even compare? So this might be, if it becomes a long-term thing, it might be, let's say, if nobody comes to Bali for 2 years, it might be the default way to experience Bali in the future. Like, people just experience it by doing some online thing. But you have to remember that an online experience is very difficult to do in a time sync way with people from Europe and people from the US, right? Because if you're talking about time sync, It's only in the very early morning or super late at night do you actually have overlap regions where it's feasible to do. So it will be challenging in that particular dimension as well.
Yeah.
But okay, that's an interesting idea. Bayu, do you have an idea at this point now?
No, Jing.
Okay,
No.
so all right, here's a few ideas that I have. I think the biggest survival opportunity is we need to investigate who is still coming, right? The airport's still open, flights are still coming in. What kind of people are these? All right, who is actually the person still coming in? And I think this involves maybe HAR research and development. We might actually have to just go and find this person.
Actually, I got an email from Booking.com. Like most likely, they targeted like Indonesians.
Okay.
So basically, they have a feature to for local rate.
Okay, Indonesians on a local rate. Okay, so far, how many Indonesian guests have we secured so far? One, right? At lot 5?
Lots, yeah.
Okay, all right. So there's proof of market there. I think it's going to be something like exotic at this point, right? I think it's probably going to be something like either. Actually, I'm not sure either. Yeah, it's a tough one. So what we're looking for is essentially we're looking for a person who might not exist yet, but might exist in the future. We're looking for maybe a person who's a long-term nomad or a short-term, let's say, holiday spree. So they're just kind of trying to get out of Jakarta or whatnot. Or actually, they can't. No, wait. No Indonesian people can travel right now, right?
Until June 1st.
Until June 1st. Okay, short holiday spree on June 1st. Unless the government extends the lockdown.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. All right. So okay, we're still kind of short on survival opportunities, as we can see. There's not a lot going on. So then I think what we can do is, actually, you have one right now, babe, right? Seek out beachfront properties
Yeah, that's too.
that are empty. Okay? So that is where it is. If we have beachfront properties, then we have guests.
Yeah.
And
Actually, I already talked to Penny. So my target is actually a villa on the hill around Villa Capung, because Villa Capung always get inquiry but get rejected a lot. So maybe I'm thinking to reach out the Capung below or
Okay.
with Ali Agung on the Pasangnya
Okay.
along that hill.
Okay, ocean views around Padang Hill. Where else?
That's the priority at the moment,
Okay,
because there's most inquiries happen.
okay.
Because in the Kutu area is still closed.
Okay.
So
When is the Kuta open? On the 20th, right?
that's what they said, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Uncertain.
So on the 20th, we can expect maybe all 5 Kutu to get sold because those will all open up. What about at La Jolla?
La Jolla, I'm not sure yet. It's still closed until the end of the month, I believe.
Okay, all right. La Jolla, maybe, yeah? Because they have ocean views and maybe they'll do a monthly rate. Yeah? Okay. All right, so we got a few possibilities here. Maybe La Jolla monthly rates too as well.
I can call you.
Probably not Alchemist, right?
No.
No, because okay, that's kind of ugly. All right, so what about things in Canggu that we don't have yet? What about those black villas that we had a long time ago?
It was Sabasana?
No, the black roof villas. Oh yeah, Savasana might work too as well.
Yeah.
Okay, Savasana. What else?
I don't know that complex, that expensive one, like Benjon area.
Yeah, Tipu Benam. Yeah, the black villas one.
Benjon
Okay.
complex.
Okay, Ben Jones. Ben Jones is Villa Mandala.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That looks like it then.
And Chamagi, the one.
Chamagi Beachfront. Okay. Oh yeah, those are really good. Yeah, the Chamagi ones. I forgot. We talked to anybody? Oh yeah, the yeah. We talked to this Singaporean guy who had the brewery. Shit. But do you remember that guy's name? Did I go with you? I went with somebody. We went to Chamagi, and there was this gay couple. They had this really awesome villa, and you know that one, right?
No, I think I'm talking like the one that before we were. How partner with us. But
Yeah, but we didn't get very many bookings because
Yeah.
it was
Yeah, that
way
one.
too expensive. Yeah, okay, I know that one. All right.
I don't remember.
Okay, there's some stuff that we can go after. All right, so then there's not too much in Survive. Where are the Thrive opportunities at the moment? All right, let's go over to Lilis now.
Maybe I can ask if you do
Lilis, where do you think the Thrive
SO1.
opportunities are from?
SO1.
Oh yeah, SO1. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. Yeah, Bibu Kamala. Yeah.
Maybe also villanya La Jolla, the brand new one.
New La Jolla Villas. Okay. All right. All right, Lilis. Anything on your side for Thrive?
Mm, for the Tribe one, related to your idea, and on April, it's about approaching hotels, I think.
Okay, approaching hotels. All right, interesting. That would be good, actually. Okay, let's go to Wayana. What do you have any Thrive ideas?
Instead of hotels, I think like nice and unique boutiques, villas or
Boutique resort, villa complexes.
mini
Yeah.
resort or kind of like that stuff.
Okay, so we have a few of those in Canggu, right? That we've never approached. Like, which are the ones in Canggu that we have? Metis, right? Is one, and then the other one, Deja Vu. Yeah, those are all on the beach and are multi-units. Those are pretty good. Yes. Okay. All right, Bayu, what would you like revenue managers to work on in terms of a long-term opportunity?
I think we can try to research the property managers, like the traditional property managers.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure they are also struggling. So probably probably they will go out of business, and we can take over, or we can take over the properties that they managed before.
Okay, that's really good. The biggest ones right now are Bali Treasure Properties, and there's one called Indo Lux, I think, as well. Pretty.
Like electric,
Really?
their products.
Yeah, Elite Havens would be good. Okay. All right. Yeah, Elite Havens might go out of business, and that might be a huge opportunity for us, ladies and gentlemen. That would be huge, right? Bayu's like hungry, yeah? Yeah, that would be amazing. Okay. All right. Here's my call on this one too. I think right now there's two opportunities on this.
The company couple.
Okay, let me give you guys a introduction to the all hands for tomorrow. Okay, so Bayu, we've been talking about this for quite a bit, but I think this is where we're talking about building a bridge. So I put this under the priority questions at this point. So what are the most important questions we need to answer? So what we're looking for in terms of the one of the most important questions is, are we actually making progress toward our goals? And so the current idea is that R&D is here to support this idea of reverse engineering the future. How can we actually build and intercept the future, right? So what does that mean, actually? That means essentially we need to have a sort of a revenue achievement in the future. Well, how do we get a revenue achievement? We need to know who to sell to, and we need to know what to sell them, right? Simple as that, 2 questions. Who are we going to sell to, and what are we going to sell to these people? Any other questions that we need to ask on your side, Mike?
Then how to?
What is by you? Yeah.
Yeah, I think we also need to ask: Are we building something that already exists?
What to sell them, right? Are we reinventing the wheel, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and that's part of that research process. Okay, and then of course you have, but these are the 2 main questions. Am I right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, Lilis, what do you think? These are the two main priority questions that we need to answer, right? Who to sell to, and what are we going to sell to them? Yes? All right, because if we get either wrong, then we fuck up, no? Okay, so then what are we going to sell in the future? We already have some progress, right? We have a vision. We have this vision of hospitality as a service. We have a team, right? And we are now learning the skills of how to actually do that. Bayu is doing the software development. There's sort of the skill development happening in Python. We're networking with people to try to find engineers. So these are the things that we're working at the moment. It's like a bridge. It's not all done linearly. We're sort of doing certain parts that we can. Knowing what we're going to sell to, who we're going to sell to, we have a vision already. We want to sell to people who want to manage complex hospitality operations. They can be single unit owners, they can be multi-unit owners, right? Everything from, let's say, a 1 unit property to a 100 unit property, those are essentially the people we want to sell to. Have we done our research a little bit? We know that this market exists. We know that people would be interested in this through the professional networking sessions that we've had. Do we have a team that can do it, that can continuously discover who we're going to sell to? Yes, that's essentially what the professional networking team is doing. Their next evolution will be in PR and getting clients in front of us and doing this subject. So this part is pretty important. And do we have skill acquisition? Yes, we're getting better and more refined at getting attention and the people who are attracted to this to visit our sites. All right, building what we're going to sell right now is, from my perspective, it's just a vision right now. We have not done the market research on asking, has this been built before? And do we need to rebuild this again? I don't know if you have a team besides Dan. Do you have enough people by you currently to actually fulfill this vision?
No, not yet.
Okay, all right. So team building, we'll have to find a way, right? We'll have to find a way to recruit or to employ people on a freelance basis to get this done. Skill acquisition, do we have all the necessary skills at this point to actually build this product?
For now, yes. For now, it's
Sexy. Okay.
basically it's and coding.
Okay.
Yeah, but the rest are the rest that we haven't need. Actually, we don't have it yet.
Okay. Great. Do we have an MVP yet?
Sort of, yeah.
Okay.
Bigger is the MVP.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. And right now, we are actually doing refinement and reiteration on your first MVP through 3C, right? Through getting essentially the community to start using that product and getting them accustomed to that. Okay, so this we can say is sort of in the first iteration of development. All right, and then the next is building the customer base. So we don't really have the complete vision of who this customer base is entirely going to be yet. We're doing the market research on it. We are building the teams that are necessary to get the customer base, and we are getting the skill sets right now in order to get that customer base. Does that make sense? Okay, so those are the most important, I think, progress questions that we're asking right now. Are we finding the people that we need to sell to? And are we building a product that they want to buy, right? And this is how we track if we're doing okay or not okay overall. And this can be actually a factor of how we incentivize rewards to the team, that things that get us closer to these big objectives are more, better projects, and things that are more tangential are maybe less good. But like a bridge, it doesn't really grow, or it doesn't grow progressively. It grows kind of like in different directions at different times. Make sense? Okay, so since we have that now, let's go back to this discussion of Thrive. I think right now the best opportunities are skill and development is going to take the longest, no? It probably will take, or maybe for everybody else. On Bayu's side, I think we need to have skill and development to find our buyers, right? Our future customers. That's going to take quite a lot of time through networking, through whatever to get that, through online ads. So what do we plan to do on that? Professional network and ads. But also on your side, Lilis, is essentially intelligence. So things like data science, predictive modeling, algorithms, forecasting. These are things that we understand our way at the moment. But now we have 1,900 people coming out of Airbnb who might be able to give us more perspective on their way of seeing it. So this part of skill and development right now, I think, should be the highest priority, especially since there's this big opportunity right now to connect with these knowledge sources. And then the second part is around prospects, or actually, sorry, that's more like here. How can we enable, let's say, our our digital marketing teams to get better and more refined and use a more data-driven process to find our customers and really think about that in a faster, more iterative way. So at Airbnb, I've noticed they have crazy roles. They have people who do recruitment data analysis. I was like, what? They actually they analyze essentially how they're recruiting to refine the recruitment process. And they have people that just work on recruitment data visualization. I was like, what? You need a person just to do that? Right? A dedicated person that just does recruitment data visualization. I'm shocked. But that also spells out that there's a world of thinking that we're currently not even thinking of at the moment. So this is why I think this idea of professional networking right now is so valuable. What should we believe in? What should we see that we're not seeing? How do we know what we don't know? And that can put us years ahead of the game. So I think that is where basically the idea, what are the biggest actionable discoveries, right? Once we know this, then what? So it's not just a theory anymore. We had that moment just on Saturday. Virtue from Sojourn showed us how to do Facebook ads, and she must have taken away like at least 6 months of digging around in the dirt on our own trying to figure it out just with a 1 hour session. So we're able to essentially now work much more intelligently on strategizing our Facebook ads on something we had never even thought of before, which was the bidding process. That was something we never had thought about before. We just set it on auto bid, and we never, that's it, right? So it's like this, Bayu, right? It's like learning how to use a camera. If you try to figure it all on your own, it'll take you so long. But if you use YouTube, you learn how the f-stops work. You learn the ISO settings. Then you can really get a heads up compared to somebody who's trying to learn organically. And so that's the same idea. We're trying to go out there and get that. I think that can be a good idea for Lilis and Vidi to work on this month, is just to figure out how does Airbnb do their data science, and how can we then reverse engineer that for our purposes. Yeah. Okay. What's your thoughts on that, Bayu?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. What are your thoughts on that, Lilis?
Yes, sir. I would agree with that.
Okay. You?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's focus on that then, Lilis. Yeah, as part of some of your new initiatives and Vidi's initiatives, how can we get as many Airbnb data scientists to speak with us as possible about all the questions that we've always wanted to ask? Yeah.
What is important?
Like, how do you rank models? How does this host and this host get the same? Is ranking determined on a profile level or a listing level? How do you set up how does one area succeed over another area? All these things we've always just sort of we don't know. Now we can know. Yeah, we can actually know, and that would put us years ahead of anybody else in this game, I think. And better yet, we can even ask, how does Booking.com and those other companies work? Because these guys probably know how their competitors also rank and put things accordingly, right? And then we would know those too. And then we would truly be an innovative hospitality company. We would know where to focus on. Okay, so that's basically the theme of this discussion today. I think it's necessary in the early part of the month so that Lilis and Vidi, you guys can start setting initiatives that can align with this. I showed Lilis how to do a professional networking engagement. Lilis, you can do it from your own profile as well. That way you'll get more surface contact. But if you're not confident with that, you can use my profile, no problem. Okay? This goes over to also Bayu. Bayu, do you want to use my profile or your own profile to connect with some of these people at Airbnb on the software side?
Yeah, probably I'll use mine.
Okay, all right. So that way you can develop your own professional network too as well. And okay, good stuff. So I think this is good. Let's go and grab this opportunity. There's like a once in a decade opportunity to really find these people when they have lots of time to share and really find a way to connect. Okay, that's pretty much it for today's session on revenue management. I think we picked already the new leadership. Everything is settled. So I'll see you guys on Wednesday now. So by revenue management meets a little bit less frequently this week. We want to give more time for people to do. So we're going to meet Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. After this week, we'll see how it goes. And if we decide we need to meet more frequently, we might bring the Tuesday meeting back at the end of the week. Okay?
All right.
Okay. All right.
45, yeah.
Yeah, 45. Yes, correct. Yeah. Okay, great. And thank you for coming, Bayu. Thank you for coming, Wayana. And thank you, Bayu, for the sambal. That was pretty cool. I got to eat that. It was,
Jing sampai mabuk lah sama sambal.
yeah. So yeah, a lot of these home industries are happening. Gigi is giving like cakes and Sari's making sambal. It's actually pretty fun.
Yep.
So, and I'm vlogging about it right now too. So.
Okay.
Okay, see you guys. See you, Bayu. Welcome back. And see you, Lilis. Have a good day.
See ya, see you, see ya, see you.